having a great Saturday afternoon. That snow, it has come, it has gone in most places except some shaded areas. There's still some snow on the ground, but it was something to see last night and early this morning. Hopefully you had no issues with any of that snowfall, which totaled, I believe, anywhere from 1 upwards to 3 inches here in parts of the Midlands. Meteorologist Corey Smith is going to join us now. And is that correct, about 1 to 3, depending on where you live?
Yeah, and that's really what we looked at, really along the I-20 corridor was that axis of heaviest snowfall. If you were down in Aiken County, maybe about a coating to an inch. But once you got close to Lexington and Columbia, we were seeing around 2 to 2.5 inches reported across the city. As you head up towards the north and east, Kershaw County, right around Camden, picked up around 3 inches of snow. So really a pretty good performing system here. We saw quite a bit of snow, but it has started to melt. And the reason why temperatures are well above freezing at this point. We're sitting in the lower 40s for the most part, 40 in Saluda, 39 in Newberry, 37 in Camden. Bishopville, our cool spot at 36, and we're sitting at 40 in Orangeburg. And in fact, taking a look at the satellite, you can see right here, there was this white on the satellite. That was the snow. It's starting to go away, and that's because we're seeing all that sunshine along with the temperatures above freezing, and that's putting quite a dent in what was on the ground. In fact, most of that retreating away towards North Carolina, where they still have some snow on the ground right now, but just dealing with cold weather going forward and some sunny weather to end out the weekend. So let's talk about what to expect as you go tonight. It's going to be on the colder side. I think we get into the middle to upper 20s tonight, and then as you go tomorrow, just a little bit warmer. So we're going to be sitting right around 48 degrees at 3 p.m. Plenty of sunshine. So going to be a pretty nice end to the weekend, albeit on the cold side as you go into your Sunday. So let's walk you through what to expect. Temperatures tonight will be falling, and I think the forecast here a little bit warm. I do expect us to get into the upper to middle 20s tonight, and with that, a very calm wind. So it looks like to be at least a colder night, and if there is anything still on the ground, at least wet, that could freeze overnight. So we could be dealing with some black ice in places, especially as we head towards Kershaw County, where there was a little bit more snow on the ground. And of course, those secondary roads that weren't treated and might be in some shade due to trees. But I think the main roads should be fine overnight, even with those temperatures getting down. By 10 a.m., we're in the upper 30s, so pretty close to where we're at now. And as we head towards midday and into the afternoon, warming up comparatively from where we've been. We're going to be sitting in the middle 40s right around noon, 44 in Sumter, 43 in Newberry, working right around 50 degrees for your high temperature. Plenty of sunshine though, so no worries about rain in the forecast here in the short term, and you can see we do start to cool down as you head into your evening. But of course, there is that chance of black ice in the overnight, especially as you head, I think, towards Kershaw County. I think that's going to be really the trouble spot tonight, and then any secondary roads that still have some ice, some snow, as well as maybe some liquid precipitation that could freeze as you head into the overnight. But take a look at the 5-day forecast going forward. We're warming up a little bit each day, getting close to 50 degrees, some showers possible for your Tuesday, and then we're going to start to cool things back down towards the end of the week. But outside of Tuesday, weather looking pretty quiet here, so enjoy all that sunshine. Back to you, JR.
All right, Corey, before I let you go, I want to ask you a quick question. There's a lot of social media buzz right now about the possibility of another round of snow and ice in the next weekend or so. I know I'm putting you on the spot here, but again, a lot of chatter on social media about this on this Saturday. What are you hearing right now?
Yeah, so it looks like the pattern right now is cold. So we have the cold air in place. It's just going to come down to if we see low pressures moving through the area, bringing that moisture. And right now, that's something, we're watching for. At least that cold pattern looks to be in place through the end of the month. So we could have another system moving through, but right now, not in the forecast. Of course, if that changes, we're going to let you guys know.
We appreciate that. And of course, to keep up with the very latest on the weather, be sure to download the WLTX app. You can watch live coverage and see your updated forecast any time of the day and night. You can also connect with our News 19 meteorologists. Be sure to check their social media pages for updates. Now, we're going to take a look at some pictures sent in from our weather watchers. There was just enough snow there in Dentsville to build this snowman this morning. Macy out in Hartsville and her puppy certainly enjoying the weather today. Also, we have this picture of Zeta in Irmo. We appreciate those pictures so very much. And please keep sending in your pictures and videos. All you have to do is text them to us, 803-776-9508. Be sure to put your name and where you're watching from, or you can go ahead and join our WLTX Weather Watchers Facebook page. You can share them that way. You can do so throughout the evening, and we may post that is, one of your videos or pictures on one of our broadcasts. All right, as we've mentioned, things are melting away. Our Walker Lawson has been in Camden since the snow started last night. The snow has melted now, except, I guess, Walker, in some shaded areas, there's still a little bit of snow on the ground, right?
That's right, JR. So we actually moved locations just so you guys can see, and where we were at earlier has completely dried up, but where we are now is the biggest problem area. So if you take a look right here on the sidewalk that I'm standing on, it is completely covered in ice. It is black ice. There is still some snow on the ground, and there are also footprints as well from somebody who walked through here earlier today that froze. If we pan out just a little bit, you can see on the parking spots over here, they're completely frozen over, and then that goes into the road as well. So this whole side of the street that has been in the shade all day today is still covered in ice. And if you take a look a little bit further up, cars are taking a pretty sharp right turn where we've been at, and they come in really fast, and they've been sliding out a couple times. So I guess the message for people at home is really to just be cautious that just because you're on the main road, it doesn't look frozen over, because there are other areas that are frozen. And so it's been quite dangerous for people out here on the roadways. And tonight we'll continue to follow the black ice threat. Now, JR, I know earlier today I had mentioned my snowman. Unfortunately, he did not make it through the sunshine, so he is melted away. But over here, everything is frozen. In Camden, I'm Walker Lawson, News 19 WLTX.
All right, before you go, Walker, let me ask you where you are right now. Will they see any sunshine this afternoon, perhaps melting some of that snow and ice?
No, so where we are, the sun that had already come out was over here for a couple minutes. It is starting, it looks like, to get towards the closer side on Broad Street, but all of this area right here, the sun angle will not be able to reach it because of the bell tower that's above me is blocking the whole entire street over here.
All right, Walker in Camden, thank you so very much. Most of that snow that fell in Winsboro has already melted today. Roads are looking pretty clear right now. The sun is shining over Fairfield County. Hardly any problems were reported due to last night's snow and ice. In fact, the county's emergency management director today telling us they're looking pretty good.
This weekend we were dealing with a lot of ice, and actually about this time, this past Sunday is when the wind came in, and that's when it started to really affect those trees and limbs, which led to our power outages. With the snow, we have not seen the buildup on the power lines and trees that we saw last week, just snow on the ground. And also it's a lot nicer just to look at. But so we have not seen, there have been no power outages reported to us in Fairfield County.
And an important reminder here, a vast majority of the roads are drying out well. They shouldn't be a problem. These are the well-traveled roads. They shouldn't be a problem later tonight. However, some roads in shaded areas, like you just saw with Walker in Camden a few moments ago, they could have some black ice early tomorrow morning. Let's get an update on what's happening in the Gamecock City now. News 19's Kaylin Hagwood joins us with more. Kaylin?
Well, here in downtown Sumter, things have calmed down quite a bit. We're not seeing nearly as much snow as what we had this morning, and certainly not what we were seeing yesterday evening. I want to show you this church just here behind me. If you look in there, sort of their front yard area, you can see there is still some white stuff. There is still some snow, but the grass is certainly starting to peek back through, and that's kind of what we're seeing all around town. Still, with that in mind, and more folks are getting out, officials say if you can, try not to, get out too much. Stay home, enjoy the snow, be warm and snuggly with your family. And another thing to note, while these main highways may be relatively clear, there is that concern of maybe some ice on those secondary roadways that you'll want to watch out for. So again, if you're in Sumter, things just a little bit quieter than they have been, but maybe still a little bit to play with in the yard. Reporting here in Sumter, Kaylin Hagwood, News 19, WLTX.
All right, Kaylin, thank you. Here's drone video over Mineral Springs Road in Lexington. This video was actually captured early this morning by our weather watcher, Kelly Stiles. I was in Lexington just a few moments ago. I can tell you all that snow, it is gone. It has melted away again, except for some shaded areas in Lexington County. And here's a picture of a frozen spider web that one of our Casey viewers sent us. For more pictures like this, you can head on over to our website, WLTX.com, or join our WLTX Weather Watchers Facebook page, and you can share your pictures that way. To keep up with the latest on the weather, be sure to download the WLTX app. You can watch live coverage and see your updated forecast any time of the day and night. You can also connect with our News 19 meteorologists. Be sure to check out their social media pages for updates. All right, that's going to do it for this Saturday afternoon update, but we'll have another update coming your way at 6 o'clock this evening right here on social media. Until then, have a good afternoon.